Aderonke Apata is a Nigerian who is now living in the UK. We talked with her about the condition of homosexual in Nigeria. What is happening?
The condition is so harsh in Nigeria. As you know, in 2014, the former president, Jonathan, did expand the penal code against homosexuality. And he brought up this same-sex marriage bill, which now criminalizes anybody who is a gay or a lesbian or a trans person for 14 years imprisonment. And not just the person, anyone that supports the person also faces jail term. And if you know them and you do not report, you will go to jail. You cannot have support groups, you cannot have clubs, you cannot have anything that supports LGBTI people. So it's a very, very toxic and environment that people cannot survive.
Is there any party, any opposition party who is supporting the legalization of LGBT rights and the legalization of homosexuality in Nigeria?
I wouldn't say there's a particular opposition party. This is the first time that I've seen Nigerians. Don't forget that Nigeria is made up predominantly in the north by the Muslims and in the south by Christians. Though we all live together, but this is the first time that I've seen Nigerians unite so much against a particular law. And this law that they've united against is the law against homosexuality. It cuts across all of the religions, Christians and Muslims. Everywhere, they just came together. This is the first time. If they have this kind of a unity in implementing policies in Nigeria, I bet you Nigeria will be better than what it is today.
Many Nigerians in Europe say that homosexuality is something of the whites. We don't have homosexual in our country, in general, in the African countries.
Well, it's something that I would say no to. Because when you look back at history, ever before colonization, we had deities in Africa, and especially in Nigeria. We have a particular one called Sango, who is the god of iron, thunder in Nigeria. He would dress like a woman, braid his hair, and put some, fanciful things, and he would wear skirts. So how would you come around and say homosexuality is un-African? Homosexuality is African. Homophobia is un-African. Homophobia was imported into Africa, not homosexuality. So I say no to anybody who says homosexuality is un-African. And I say yes to anybody who says that homosexuality is African, but homophobia is un-African.
What about the northern regions of Nigeria, the northern states of the federal Nigeria, where Sharia is implemented, and there is the real danger of capital punishment, or not?
That is equally scary. Like I said, the unity that Nigerians have against homosexuals is a very scary one. Even though that they practice the Sharia law predominantly in the north, there are some parts of the south where this does happen also. And as we know, people are going to be stoned to death under the Sharia law. But the vigilantes in the south, who are Christians, in a way do this not under the Sharia court, but under the fact that they see themselves as guardians of the society. They stone people to death. So what's the difference between a Sharia law and the vigilante law? It's the same.
So you see Christians who are behaving as Islamists?
I would say, in terms of the way that they react to homosexuals, LGBTI people, in the South, when people are being stoned to death, when people are beaten, beheaded, just because they are lesbians, they are gays, it's the same thing as when you've been tried under Sharia court that you're going to be stoned to death. Everything results to death.
Last question about asylum seekers here in the UK. There are many Nigerians who are trying to get this status.
It is not a thing that we should be alarmed with, given the fact that there is a law against people who are LGBTI people in Nigeria. And the environment is becoming more toxic for people to live in. So it is very, very imperative that you see people leaving Nigeria and other countries where homosexuality has been criminalized to go to other countries where they think they can get safety. So that is why you see this rise in number of Nigerians seeking sanctuary here, because they cannot live or identify as who they are back in Nigeria. That is just the reason why you see them coming down and wanting sanctuary.
And some are detained also in immigration centers like Yarswood.
Yeah, people are detained there. And I think this is wrong because we have people who have been through torture back in their countries, and then when they come here, they get locked up again. That's double punishment. Even if you've never been through torture, the fact that you're running away from something should not automatically make you liable to detention. It should automatically make you liable to sanctuary, not detention. Nobody should be detained for running away for something that could kill them, and they're going in to look for safety. So I think the whole system of detention, either of LGBTI people or people who are being trafficked or people who have been through any other form of torture, is fundamentally wrong and against any human rights.